is up, Vikings Nation? What is up? Huh? How about that dub we just took? 7-1 on the season. We take it to the Washington Commanders. We will get this field out of here. Oh boy. 2017. What a close one. Why in the world every week does it have to come down to the wire? I don't understand it at all, but it is what it is. A win is a win in the National Football League. We now have a 4.5 game lead in the division. Packers lose today against the Lions. Let's go Lions, huh? Say that for once. The Bears lose to the Dolphins. They almost came away. So wait, we're in a good area. We're in a good spot right now. Let's see, next week if we win, those teams lose. I mean, we could be looking at solidifying the division like in the next couple weeks, which would be phenomenal. Look, today we played okay. Okay, the first drive we scored right off the bat, then we kind of looked a little sluggish. Our offense couldn't get anything going. I'm not sure why that was the case, but for me, it goes back to that defensive line for the Washington Commanders. That Washington Commanders line was phenomenal. Okay, and I thought about it before going into the game. Like this, they could cause problems. But I was like, oh, they're without Chase Young. We should be just fine. However, we couldn't run outside. We had to run right up the gut, which we started to do at the end of the game, get it going a little bit. So we did find that aspect of things. Air attack, right? One of our keys to victory was the air attack through the air. We did that. Justin Jefferson is a stud. He's an anomaly. This guy is a future Hall of Famer, and he just needs to stay healthy, needs to stay consistent. He ended the day with 7 catches, 115 yards, and a tutty. Let's go. Only his third on the season. It is what it is. We'll take it. We'll also take the dub, 20-17. But it is what it is. And then you look at T.J. Hockenson, newly acquired tight end that we bamboozled Detroit for. Absolute, I don't know how they let that happen. And he comes in, 9 targets, 9 catches, 70 yards, our second leading receiver on the day. If this is going to continue to, if he's going to continue to do this going forward, I cannot wait to see how it looks the rest of the season, and I hope he helps us tremendously. We just got to find a way to continue to win ball games. Offensively, we did okay. Our third quarter woes still continue. I don't know what it is. Coming out halftime, we just kind of lay an egg, if you will. So in that aspect, we have to be better. Defensively, we're starting to get in our groove. We're starting to figure things out. There's the little things. And I think we're going to get it all the time with the defense that we run. There's going to be times where there's going to be open zones in the field where the other team's going to find a way to get them the ball and move down the field as well. So look, it's the little things, okay? We have to clean up the little things. We have to find ways to continue to get better. But in the end, a dub is a dub. So let's go. Skull Vikes, pumped about it. 7-1 on the season. Now, let's get to you guys. We have a couple of you watching. What's something you guys liked about today's game? What is something that really intrigued you and going forward? Or what's something that maybe you want to get a little bit better? What kind of ask me some questions here. Let's get your guys' answer. And the Colts, obviously, they're garbage. Okay. Our number of wins is up. Yeah, our number of wins is up. You're not wrong. That's a dub. That is a dub. And if you guys have any questions for me, I thought we played pretty solid. I will say, I was kind of shocked that T.J. Hockenson played the entire game. Because you normally don't see that. You normally see, okay, these guys need to, get a little acclimated to the playbook and stuff like that, so he'll be on a limited snap count this next week or this upcoming game. We'll see him on third downs and red zone like Kevin O'Connell said earlier in the week. However, I believe we only had 3 days of practice. I think we practiced Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I don't believe we practiced Monday or Tuesday. And we picked him up. We traded for him Tuesday. He was in Minnesota on Wednesday, practice, and he practiced Thursday. He practiced Friday. So I don't know how he was able to play the entire game. I know it's being at a wide receiver position or a tight end position. Same thing, you're a receiver. Okay, the only thing you really have to know is some blocking assignments, but you need to just know the routes because all the routes are basically the same. They might just be worded a little different, but yeah, man. I mean, overall, great game for the sole fact that we won. Okay, sole fact that we won. I think earlier in the week I said, look, I think we can demolish this team. I really hope we demolish this team because we can. But I feel like somehow we are going to find a way to make this a close game. We're going to find a way to make this a very close game. And we did. Look, Taylor Heineke is... He's something else, man. I think he might be Washington's quarterback going forward. I don't see how you can go back to Carson Wentz at all. Like, they played tough, hard-nosed football. That defense, when they get Chase Young back, watch out. Watch out. Because they can be good. Not real good, but they can be good. Nomad says, yeah, I can't wait until he actually knows our offense, talking about TJ Hawkinson, but doing what he did today in the first game was insane. Way more than I expected from him so soon. 100%, man. Like, yeah, I can't believe yeah, once he knows our offense, game over. Game, set, match. But the only thing I'm worried about is maybe Kirk. Maybe Kirk, you know how he was going to Justin Jefferson a little too much the first couple games? I hope it doesn't take away from TJ where he passes heavy to Justin Jefferson, he passes heavy to TJ Hawkinson. Those are his only two receivers, because then, they'll know who to cover and stuff when you have Thielen and KJ Osborne out there as well. But look, we played a great football on their side. Brian Robinson Jr., he runs hard. I'm glad he's playing and healthy after taking some wounds. I'll be watching the Vikings game maybe if I don't go to Jay County. What do you mean? You mean next week? Next week we got the Bills. We'll get to that in just a couple minutes here. But look, Curtis Samuel on that big play, that cannot happen. Okay? And it probably would have been an interception by Cam Bynum. However, the ref comes out of nowhere. How you doing? Keep it moving. And boom! Just levels Cam Bynum to the ground, causing a touchdown. It is what it is. Just be better. Get out of the way. Defensively, for us, Zadarius Smith continued to eat. Okay? I believe he had a sack. Daniil Hunter had 2 sacks today. Let's go. DJ Wanham had a sack today. Zadarius Smith did not. Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Daniil Hunter had those 2. Okay. So... Oh, you know what won us the game? And it starts with my first key to victory. Create turnovers. That is what we needed to do to win this ball game. That is what we needed to do, and we did it. Towards the end, thanks to Harrison the Hitman Smith. Man, oh man. Let's go, bro. Like, clutch. Way to come away with that one. It was a terrible pass by Heineke. Comes down with the INT. Back-to-back weeks now for him. Like, I don't know how you can sit back and not smile about this team, about this season, right? Last year and the year before that, you're looking at this team like, what are we? Can we please get a defense that's worth a darn, okay? Can we please figure something out? Our offense can't score. We let up too many big plays. And so then you go into this year, you're expecting nothing but the best, okay? You're like, okay, let's hope we can play decent football, maybe a 9-10 win team, and we'll be just fine. Maybe hopefully make the playoffs. Not really expecting too much, okay? So now we're 7-1 in the first 9 weeks. 4.5 game lead in the NFC North. Who would have thunk the Green Bay Packers would absolutely stink this year? I had a feeling they could, but I wasn't unsure. I mean, they have Aaron Rodgers. They are horrible. Horrible. They lose to the Lions. Great. I'm pumped for the Lions. They needed to win that ball game, get some momentum on their side, and especially after trading away one of their best pieces. I was actually talking to Grid of the Gridiron Blitz and the Detroit Lions Syndicate right after the game. He asked how Hawkinson did, and he basically said that, yeah, man, our offense missed him today. Like, he was a massive part of our offense that looked like we couldn't move the ball, and you could tell it was kind of lackadaisical. And that makes a lot of sense. You know, you get rid of your best player or one of your best players, it's definitely going to take a toll on your offense. And I'm just glad we got him on our side, man. I'm so pumped that we got him on our team. Because I think he's the X factor for us. He's the guy that we needed. I would say we also needed a defensive back. I'm okay with not getting one. I understand we have depth there. A Caleb Evans is balling, okay? Love to see more of him. Maybe he's better than Andrew Booth Jr. Maybe that's why he hasn't seen the field. Chandon Sullivan's struggling a little bit. I think he can clean it up, though. Maybe Booth replaces him. We'll get Cam Dancer back next week. Hopefully, Patrick Peterson, he's doing his thing. I don't even think they win his way necessarily. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's go to the chat. What's up, Willie? Appreciate you watching. Make sure y'all like the show, and if you are a new viewer, subscribe to the channel. We grew, I think, 12 subs on that live stream, so appreciate everyone. Appreciate it. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, JJ, you are talking about next week. Okay. The Hitman was the key to us getting back our momentum. 100%. We were, during the game, we were even saying, like, we need a turnover. We need a turnover. We need a turnover. And it's almost like we manifested it, right? We manifested that interception by Harrison Smith because before that, I think Heineke had a pass that was tipped at the line of scrimmage. I think a couple passes before it got tipped. And I was like, okay, this is the drive. And then all of a sudden, bam, he threw an interception. That is what we liked. That's what we needed. Little update per Ben Gosling on Cam Dantzler. He says, Kevin O'Connell said Cameron Dantzler will have an MRI on his ankle tomorrow. Said it's hard to give a timetable until they find out more on the scan. Oof. So hopefully everything's good. Could be Achilles. That sucks. I think he was finally finding a groove, man. That's T's and P's to him. Hopefully he gets healthy, but it's part of the game. You know, we don't like injuries, but it is part of the game. Thank God we got the win, says Willie. I know. Every time, man. Stressful games. Like, people expect us to live till 80, but when you're a Vikings fan, okay, 50 years old, what a life. What a life. I am 50, though, okay? Not a chance. We're 25, halfway there, okay? They lose a 4-game losing streak. Who loses a 4-game losing streak? Oh, they lose a 4-game winning streak. You're talking about the Bills? Feels good having a big lead in the division. Yes, it does. I cannot stress how good that feels. Like, I couldn't have fathomed. I honestly thought Green Bay was going to win the division. I thought we were going to be a close second, okay? And I thought Detroit and Chicago were kind of non-existent. But, yeah, man, it feels so good. 4.5 games. Like, now is where we run away with it. I'm pumped, too, because the bye week is always a make or break for you. The pump is always a make or break for you. Or the bye week, yeah. And we come out against Arizona. Close game, we win. We come over to Washington. Close game, we win. The Bills lose today against the Jets. They lost. We play them next week. They're going to be pissed, okay? But we are not going to put that type of football that we played today up against the Bills. Not a chance. We're going to have our best A game, like our A game that day, in order to do something, in order to beat them. The Jets had 2 interceptions, I guess, at the end of the game to kind of help them solidify that win. But, man, that Bills game, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be real tough. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose. I will not be surprised. It is what it is. If the Eagles win next game, we are doomed. I wouldn't say doomed, JJ, because, look, if they win, they're 8-0. We're 7-1. We're not too far behind. Okay, all they need to do is lose 1, and we're still second behind them. They lose 2. If we just keep winning, we're okay. Okay, I don't think we're doomed yet. I'll take a second seed in the playoffs. I would love a first seed, but I will take a second seed. I will. Okay, but playoffs are a long way to go. Okay, we have a lot of season left. 7-1, so we have 8 games through the season. We have 9 games left. We could end up having a losing season if things go poorly. So let's pump the brakes. I don't see that happening, but yeah. We say Douglas, sorry I missed you today, but surprise for me, game was on TV. Hey, let's go, Douglas. It's all right, man. Hey, honestly, if I was in your footsteps too, I would rather watch the game. I would rather. That's just who I am, though. I like to sit down and kind of relax. Like I've watched other live streams too before during the game, but I'm more focused on theirs, and then I'm like, okay. But yeah, I appreciate you tuning into this post-game show. Which 2 teams have a bye week? What do you mean? Which? Okay, so are you talking about this week or next week? JJ. Because if you're talking about this week, yeah, Kirk's fine, Doug. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. I honestly think that. Because he's wearing that rib protector. He just kind of, had to take a second. So this week for JJ, Browns, Cowboys, Broncos, Giants, Steelers, Niners have a bye. Next week, week 10, we're looking at Ravens, Bengals, Patriots, Jets have a bye. But anyways, Jets beat the Bills. Absolutely bonkers. I was so shocked. Don't worry, be happy. Great song. Was that Bob Marley, I think? Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, this week there's 6 teams on a bye. But, hey, good win. I'm pumped about it. 7-1 in the season, 4.5 games. I can't. Nothing but smile. Like I didn't expect this going forward. Like I really let's see what I had the Vikings going up to this point. I think before the what was I gonna say? Before the bye week, I had us going 4-2. We were 5-1. Okay, and then I think after that, I had us beating Arizona. But I had us losing to Buffalo. I think. Once I can find it here. There it is. Okay, so never mind. So before the bye, I had us 4-2. We were 5-1. Coming out of the bye against Arizona, I had us losing. I did. So we were 4-3 at that point. And then I had us beating Washington, so we were 5-3. So at this point in time, I had us 5-3. We're 7-1. They're exceeding my expectations. I have us losing to the Bills. Oh, this makes me laugh. I might have to redo this prediction now, because I have us losing to Detroit week 14 and Green Bay week 17. Not a chance. No way. But I have us losing to Buffalo, beating Dallas, beating New England, beating the Jets. Now we're gonna beat the Lions, beat Indy, beat the Giants, beat Green Bay. Like, in all reality, we can finish this season 15-2. Why not 16-1? Why not go into Buffalo next week and get a dub? Huh? Why not? Let's do that. I'm so excited for this season, man. Like, I just can't get too happy. That's the one thing I hate, right? Because I think as Vikings fans, we understand one thing, and one thing only. And I'll show you what it is here in a sec. We got to grab it first. But our entire lives, no matter how old or young you are, our entire lives, we've been wanting one thing. And it's dreaming of a Vikings championship, okay? Yes, we have it hung up because we have to look at it every time. The day I can throw this away will be the day I'll be the happiest man in the world if I can have a chance to throw that away. That is the ultimate goal. I don't know, well, yeah. If we win a Super Bowl, I might throw that away. Because I'm so sick of, going to every season, having these good years, getting to the playoffs, getting to an NFC championship game, and all just choking, just blowing it away. And I know it's early and we're talking about playoffs, but man, like, we have to believe this season. I think every Vikings fans have to believe this season. But don't get your hopes too high. We cannot ever get our hopes too high because we have a chance of losing. We do. And I hope this year is our year. And Colton says, Cowboys game tough. I think it could be. I think it could be a tough game. I think that game all boils down to stopping Dak, stopping the pass game, which is going to be tough, but I think we can do it. I think that's what it comes down to. Because I think we can have Ezekiel Elliott, not the greatest thing in the world. Tony Pollard can get going every once in a while, but I think it all starts with Dak. Stop Dak. Colton says, I feel more comfortable playing the Bills next week now since they lost to a team that's worse than them. Right, but any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. Anything can happen, man. These guys are professional athletes, professional teams. They might be a little less talented than the Bills, so to say. But they played a good football game, man. Ahmad Sauce Gardner's balling. That team's balling. So, go win. I'm pumped. I'm so happy for them that they lost. Douglas says, I see we will play our best game yet against the Bills. I hope so, Doug. I hope so, man. I hope. Not a chance, Jay. Not a chance. No way. If that happens, oh my goodness, I wouldn't even know what to say. I really wouldn't. I think that would be mind-boggling. Man, we got way too comfortable from second to third quarter. Right. Yeah, we did. Our third quarter woes continue. We need to clean those up, clean those mistakes up. For some reason, when we come out at halftime, we just can't score. Like, let's go. I want to check real quick the plays because I looked before we went live or whatever, and third quarter, okay? On their second play, they scored a 49-yard touchdown. The Washington Commanders. We get the ball. We get a first down, and then we go 3-and-out. Then they have the ball. They have a long drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12-play drive. Ultimately ended up incomplete. They had a punt. Or that was 4th and 1. They went for it. Then it was our ball. 3-and-out. Okay, then they have another long drive to end the quarter. We had the ball twice. Got one first down in that third quarter. We have to be better. We have to be, all gas, no brakes. I'm not sure why we come out the second half is kind of sluggish, kind of slow, but I think we can figure it out. I honestly do. Remember the Dolphins game? We up by 17, and third it's tied, and we lose them, man. We just squeaked out of these games. Yeah. No, I remember that. Man, that flag in the fourth field goal saved us. It did. I will agree it did because, if there was no flag there, Washington has a minute 45, and they also have a timeout. Okay, they still have one timeout, and Taylor Heineke has been known for his fourth quarter comebacks. I think the graphic they showed right before he came out there at the end of the game was like 5 fourth quarter comebacks or something like that. So he's balling. He is absolutely balling. Remember, the ref helped them on one of those times. Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, the ref came out of nowhere and just boom! Cam Bynum. I was like, get out of the way, okay? Please get out of the way. It happens, though. It happens. It really does happen. But we just squeak by. If we can just clean up those third quarter woes, we can be a very good team. And we already are a very good team. We're dominant, sort of, okay? There's just those little things that we need to clean up. We need to clean up. If you guys have any questions, shoot them my way about the game, about football in general, whatever you guys have, feel free to shoot them. Also, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time. Seems like every game except the Packers game makes us stress out. Yeah, this year so far. But here's the difference, though. Last year we were in the same spot, right? We were in the same scenarios every single week. One possession games, but we were losing them last year. We couldn't find a way to win it. This year, we're winning those ball games. We're winning these close ones, the ones that we need and should win. So that's the big difference. A win in the NFL, in the end of everything, a win is a win. No matter how ugly, how sloppy, whatever the case may be, a dub is a dub. So I'll take it, man. As much as we get stressed out, we're probably all going to pass away at 50 or something, whatever the case may be, because of this team. But wouldn't it be great to just have a dynasty? Wouldn't it be great? Let's have it start right here. Colton says, Harrison was a key factor today with that INT. He established, he really helped us out at winning the game, so God bless hardcore Harry. Harry the Hitman Smith. Absolute stud, man. Absolute stud. How come it's horse collar by grabbing the neck of the jersey but pulling someone's dreads or braids is fair? I think so, Jay. I think why that is the case is because I don't know. Because you chose to have your hair that long, I guess, if that makes sense. To me, that's what it maybe feels like. Like, okay, yeah, you have long hair, but you can get yanked down by that. It's kind of like your jersey or something like that. You can get yanked down by your jersey. I feel like that's the same thing. But I agree, man. Like, stay off the hair. Stay off the hair. But that I don't think that one wasn't necessarily a horse collar just for the sole fact of, because I don't think it got called, did it? If not, I think he has to have full grasp like this, but in the back. Our defense carried us up, and yeah, they did. And I can't remember who said it, but they were nervous that our defense was going to get tired out. And I was too. I really was. I was like, man, this offense can't do anything. Our defense is going to get tired. And bam. We prevail. We win. Harrison is immortal, straight up. His age is not affecting him based on slowing him down. Smith is straight up ageless, playing fantastic, like he's younger youth in his 20s again. He might just be having more fun too, man. I bet the Zimmer era, there was a lot of hard times. Like I don't think Zimmer was the perfect coach. He wasn't a player coach, right? He wasn't players first. It felt like maybe it was just his scheme. He was too upset. I don't know, but yeah, I think the entire team is finally having fun. They're finally buying in. And what better way to do it than stacking these dubs, man? What better way? We made this game way too close. They show promise he's still a rookie. Yeah, man. Our last GM and coach were they were. So Rick Spielman, I actually wanted fired for the last. I think I wanted him fired after we lost to the Eagles in that NFC Championship game. I said get rid of him, get rid of him. We need a new change. I know we made it pretty far, but I was like, I don't like this guy hasn't done anything. What, Christian Ponder for a draft pick? Thank you. Okay, yeah, I know he drafted Harrison and he drafted AP, I believe he drafted. But dude, too many misses, not enough hits. He should have been gone a while ago. But we got the right man. We got the right man in Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and the right man head coach in Kevin O'Connell, who, by the way, just welcomed, I think, a baby boy into this world. So congrats to him on doing that. But yeah, that's the only good thing they did. It's the only good thing they did. The team is more comfortable with O'Connell. He's friendly too than Zim. Zim was mean and just too dark-hearted. 100%, yeah. Like O'Connell, he played in this league. He was a quarterback for the Patriots. He's bounced around. He's a quarterback's coach here and there. I mean, plus with him and Cousins having that chemistry already built, this is a good team, man. Like everything is, the writing is on the wall for us to make a playoff run, to make a Super Bowl run. We just have to continue to win these close games, and I think we'll be just fine. Man. Like, let's get Hockenson rolling even more than he has already. But Zim seemed like he was in it for himself and couldn't connect with him. Hey, yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. That definitely could be the case. Because I think his ego was more like, hey, we're gonna win these ball games. Like we can win these ball games, but we're gonna do it my way. Where Kevin O'Connell is trying to figure this out slowly but surely, making these guys or having these guys buy in and just having a good old time. So. I am also confident about an NFC Championship. Pumped for it. Cannot wait to see what happens the rest of the season. We are 7-1 on the season thanks to a 20-17 victory over the Washington Commanders. I knew we were going to win this game, but we just had to make it close, didn't we? We just had to make it close. So next week we have the Buffalo Bills. That game is at noon. I'm not sure if they'll flex that. I doubt it. If anything, they'll flex that Cowboys game. So yeah, next week against the Buffalo Bills, 7-1 versus 6-2. We'll be doing a live stream for that. So if you guys want to join me for that, be ready. So I can't wait for that game. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching not only the game, but also this post-game show. Make sure to drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer. It would be much appreciated. 550 is our goal. Shout out to everyone who was in the chat. Colton, Jay, Willie B, Nation, Nomad, all the other guys, Douglas, everyone else I forgot, Amethyst Cat, and all those people. Appreciate you guys much. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be back for a video tomorrow, and then we'll be live streaming on Sunday. So until then, appreciate y'all watching. Have a great one. And you, well, Skull Vikes.